Raiders coach Jon Gruden continues to love him some Nathan Peterman, the guy who flamed out in Buffalo, but a guy who Gruden is trying to turn into an NFL quarterback. Who knows? Maybe the primary backup to Derek Carr, maybe the eventual successor to Derek Carr. Chris, you've been around Jon Gruden. I mean, look, the guy's a great coach. He's a great offensive tactician, but his quarterback evaluation skills leave something to be desired. And as I say that, it's like I'm setting up an insult of you since you were drafted by Jon Gruden, but you weren't really drafted by Jon Gruden. You were drafted by Rich McKay,
Exactly.
And Jon Gruden learned about you after the fact.
I think you did. I mean, I definitely do. Just to shed some light on that, yeah, I don't think he wanted to draft me, and I don't think he even studied me until he saw me throw some lasers in practice, and then all of a sudden he called me in one day, and he was sitting there watching my Texas film, and he's going, how'd you make that throw? What'd you do there? How'd you do that? And I was like sitting there going, damn, he really didn't want me. He had no freaking clue about anything. He wanted some other guys in the draft. I'm not even going to say their name, who I promise you I could have thrown better with my other arm than they could have. But, yeah, hey, Gruden is an offensive genius. He really is. He's a mastermind that way. Now, evaluating quarterbacks and that, as far as young guys especially, that's why he always wants veteran guys. I don't think he's very good at evaluating young guys. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel. He's still awesome at what he does and everything like that. I just hope he's not putting himself in a corner of, like, still trying to justify that he liked Nathan Peterman when he's coming out in the draft, and he still just doesn't want to get off that because of ego or I liked him then, and this is dangerous. This is dangerous. I know Mike Glennon's also looked very good. He really has. I mean, you saw the game against Arizona 2 weeks ago. He was throwing bombs all over the field. They went right down the field. They marched. They scored touchdowns, whatever it was. When you're dancing with the fine line of Nathan Peterman, if he gets in there and throws a pick, okay, in the first series he's in there, I'm telling you the whole team's going to go, what the hell were we thinking? We knew what this guy did. Plus, he always talks about the guy not having any juice, and I'm just shocked that he loves a guy that doesn't have any juice. So that, to me, is an interesting thing. He keeps talking up Peterman. I'm going to be interested to see what he does when it's all said and done here.
I really do think that Jon Gruden wants to find another Rich Gannon, a reclamation project that he can take credit for. And also, the bottom line is, whether it's Nathan Peterman, Mike Glennon, or someone else, I think the real message here deep down is that Jon Gruden wants not Derek Carr. And I know that gets Raiders fans riled up because everybody's 0-0 now, and they want to be hopeful, and they don't want to be disrupted in their unbridled enthusiasm about the chances their team has this year, and talking about getting rid of Derek Carr does that. But I think that that's the end game. Someone other than Derek Carr as soon as 2020.
I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know. I guess is what I don't know is how Jon Gruden could really even evaluated Derek Carr last year with kind of the crap that was around him, for lack of a better phrase. I mean, it was tough. It was one of the worst O-lines in football. No receivers. Running backs were below average. I mean, nothing was there to help Derek Carr last year. He's certainly the most talented of that group. I can tell you that. I mean, Derek Carr has some very special physical attributes. He's quick release, can throw the ball from different angles. I mean, he was in the MVP conversation a few years back, to where he's probably going to win it if he doesn't break his leg against the Colts in that late, week 14 or 15 matchup the year the Raiders got into the playoffs. So there's certainly a higher end ceiling there, and he's got to be patient with Derek Carr. I hope he hasn't made his mind up quite yet.
I can imagine Jon Gruden at 3:45 showing up at the office this week, popping in some Andrew Luck film, trying to come up with a way to get Andrew Luck to Las Vegas.
Stir in the pot.
That's right, baby. Stir it up.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.